welcome back. My next guest is a very beautiful actress. Ooh, an actress. An actress.
I can't move my head.
Oh, sorry. All right. The beautiful actress stars in Suburgatory Wednesday nights on the great ABC network. Take a look at this.
Oh, come on, stop it. I said stop it, Fred.
Please welcome Ana Gasteyer, everybody. I hope you don't. You look sensational, by the way. I love this this glittery sequined thing going on.
I wanted to attract you.
Well, you have attracted
I'm
me.
so delighted. I'm not wearing deodorant either, so my pheromones are blasted.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because I thought. No, I wear deodorant all the time. It's one of the things I had to do when I became a citizen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's much more popular in America.
It
Yes.
is.
Except for in like culty yoga areas.
I don't spend a lot of time around there. I'm not welcomed.
No, that's all right.
It's for my love of bacon and.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, in the beginning when I introduced you, I don't know if you noticed, I was trying to be a bit kind of flamboyant, so I said Ana Gasteyer.
Really?
Yeah. Did you like that?
You added a tilde. You added a tilde to my N.
A tilde?
You decorated my N with a tilde.
I'll decorate your N with a tilde if you wear that little dress. No, I mean Anja.
Anja. Well, now you're throwing in a J. So now I feel like we're in Denmark or somewhere. Yeah. We're like, Anja Gasteyer.
Have you ever been to Denmark?
No, I haven't. But
are you a fan of Søren Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher?
My husband, Charlie McKettrick.
Wait, that sounds familiar. Are you married to Big Charlie McKettrick?
I am. And only Scottish people know his last name. But anyway, he was a philosophy major, so sometimes we have some of those books around our house, but I don't understand them.
Well, I think you're not meant to.
No, I'm not meant to.
No, not you specifically.
Well,
anyone.
I'm a comedian. I'm an actress. I like to look in the mirror.
Yes.
And see if I look real when I cry. Things like that.
Do you look real when you cry?
Not at all. Very funny. Very funny.
That looked very convincing. That kitchen scene from Suburgatory right there. Yeah, that kind of stop it. Yeah, no. That resonated with me pretty strongly. I don't mind telling you.
Did it?
Yeah.
Now I have to tell you something because I am staying with somebody who adores you, and he says that you always credit him with your career. My friend Tony Sepulveda.
Tony Sepulveda?
Yeah.
How dare you mention Tony Sepulveda? No, I went for an audition to be the Hispanic photographer in the sitcom Suddenly Susan.
Oh, I
Not a job that I ultimately got, but I did a Latino accent in the audition, and everyone laughed and laughed.
Yeah.
But Tony was the casting director, and he said, "That's the worst Latino accent I've ever had." I said, "Well, you know," and then he said, "But we are casting the Drew Carey show, and they're looking for a new boss, but we want English. Can you do an English accent?" And I said, "Si, senor, yes, I can." And that's how I ended up. And that was Tony that he got me my first job in America.
He's a dear. He hosts me and takes care of me while
Is he still a casting director?
He's still. Well, he's above and beyond. I don't really understand what he does, but I think he's in charge.
Philosopher? Is he a philosopher?
He's a philosophical. He still works in casting, but he's fancy. He wears an ascot and a pipe.
Does he dye his eyebrows?
He dyes his eyebrows. Really? He has a thin, charming mustache.
Oh! Hey, listen, I always thought... You live in New York, don't you?
I do. I live in New York. So that's why I stay with Tony when I'm here working on Suburgatory. Because Charlie McKettrick is in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
So you live with your husband?
I live with my husband when I'm there. I sound like a high person in this interview. I'm so sorry.
But that's okay, because you probably are a little bit high. A little bit high?
Just,
do you smoke a lot of pot?
I took a lot of glucosamine.
No.
And I'm all lubed up.
You're very famously a vegan, aren't you?
I'm a very... Am I?
No.
I don't know what I'm famous for anymore.
You're famous for a lot of stuff, and lots of different roles. And now Suburgatory.
It's Suburgatory.
What's it about?
It's about a girl who has a single father, Jeremy Sisto, and he discovers a condom in her. They live in Manhattan, and he discovers a condom in her.
There's a lot of condoms in Manhattan.
And he discovered, but she has one, and he thinks she's too young, and the city's a bad influence, so he moves her to the suburbs, and then finds a crazy life in the suburbs.
So it's about the crazy people that live in the suburbs?
I am definitely one of the crazy suburb people.
All right.
Yeah, I live across the street, and Chris Parnell is my husband, and we think we're very normal, but we're not.
Do you think crazy people live in the suburbs? I've never noticed that.
Well, I think there's...
I think most people are crazy if you look too closely at them.
True.
You know what I mean? I think
it's just that in New York you live next to each other, and so it's like family. Like you don't notice it because it's so close to your face.
Or crazy in New York is kind of like it's acceptable. It's like, hey, I'm crazy. Like that's crazy Bob. He works over there, and everyone's fine with it.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's just the man who talks to himself and shuffles on the subway. Like it's always
But do you have a desire yourself to appear respectable to your peers, but really you're secretly crazy?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any secret about it.
What form does it take? Are you OCD? Are you...
Am I crazy?
Do you have a fear of cats or something like that?
My crazy is... no, I mean, I sometimes Google myself too much. Does that count?
If that makes you crazy, welcome to the asylum. No,
yeah.
No,
True.
I don't think you should do that. I used to do that a lot.
It's bad for you. It's bad for you.
I used to do it a lot. When this show, the first couple of years of the show, I used to like, how are people thinking what's going on?
Yeah.
But you can't because you'll find out everybody hates you.
They hate you. Yeah, they're very mean. And I'm on Twitter now, which I'm loving. But about once every like 7th day, somebody will ping at me something so mean that I don't want to play on the internet anymore.
Well, no, you got to block them. That's what the Twitter's all about. You got to learn how to use that block function.
You're right. I do.
Yeah, you just block them. It's like, and you don't, and people go, hey, you can't block me. This is America. I go, yeah, but it's my Twitter account.
Yeah.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's by accident, like it's, anyway.
What do you mean, what's by accident?
But I mean, 98% of the time, they say lovely things, or they
most
love
people
the
are
show.
lovely. A little bit crazy, but lovely. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And they love weird, specific Saturday Night Live sketches, or they saw, something I did, theater or whatever.
Oh, I see. I thought you were going to say, something rude.
Something that we... No. That time that we were in, I don't know what's happening. They see something. But they, so mostly they're nice. But then sometimes...
Did you just smell your finger when you were talking to me right there? You just went, mostly they know what's happening, and then you just did that. Have we got an action replay by any chance?
If you play that back...
Yeah, play that back.
Everybody's going to be talking about it on Twitter, and then I'm going to get 20,000 more things.
She smelled her finger right in front of her. How rude. Is it there? Yeah, here it comes. Hands coming up. Whoa, there it goes. You smelled your finger.
I smelled my finger.
Anyway, we're done here.
It's a little bit.
No, we're done.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah. No, we're done. So, look, what do you want? Do you want a mouth organ? Do you want to go for the big cash prize?
I don't want the cash prize.
What are you talking about?
I'm not comfortable with money.
What?
I'm not comfortable with it. It's not my thing.
Are you some kind of hippie?
No, it's not that. I don't forswear it. I'm just uncomfortable around it.
Well, do you want to go for the question, and if you win, you get the mouth organ?
No, because I won't get it, and I'm uncomfortable with failure.
Well, do you want to go with the awkward pause then?
Awkward pause.
Awkward pause.
Yeah, that's more of my life.
All right.
For God's sakes, I already smelled my finger on national television.
I wouldn't really say it's national television.
Nobody wanted to tell you, but this is entirely cable access.
Yeah, I could tell. All right. So during this awkward pause, will we be smelling our fingers?
No.
Okay. Ana Gasteyer!